This is your WW3 news of the Thursday morning. Well, I think immigration is a recent taboo topic for the lefties, giving value added to the so-called boat people. They're the ones who are going to be the doctors, the rocket scientists, and so on. And we have seen the results. None of these people work. Just an importation of third world trash. The worst of the worst you can only expect. And obviously the European Union has decided to pull the finger out of its arse, so-called. They're going to start doing something about this mass immigration out of control. It will probably only be on paper, they'll say, but you know, they are very sensitive to these type of issues, instead of regarding the well-being of European citizens, non-elected officials as usual. Let's see how that goes. Now, the United Kingdom, December, the BBC broadcasted question and answers. There was Zio's author of Reform, good chap, and other members of the lefty community, pro-immigration, and all that stuff there. A civil debate regarding this topic, immigration out of control. Some of the people in the public, which are so-called boat people, as you say, or resources, amazingly, let's start talking about the British Constitution and open borders. It's a bit strange for someone or people who's recently arrived on a boat from Calais to Dover about it. And strangely enough, there was that lady who's of that NGO pro-immigration charity. What a British tabloid had exposed, it was all rigged. These so-called immigrants were told what they should say. Bluntly obvious. You don't expect a person who hardly speaks the Queen's English to start talking about open borders and the British Constitution, and we must not abolish EHR and stuff like that. It's all orchestrated in cahoot with the BBC and its organisations, and using these poor devils in there was its pro-immigration propaganda, lecturing people you're racist and so on, and all that bull crap, making feel guilty, you must accept this phenomenon out of control and all the negative consequences which comes with it. They're just gaslighting it. Absolutely disgusting. And mind you, people pay the television licence fee to have that shit forced down their throat every day. And you cannot change the people's mentality on certain things. If these people have such a bad reputation, uncivilized behaviour, they have a culture which is probably a lot even more worse than the 7th century, what you may call it, civilizations. I should say absolute primitive and savages in this case. The fact is, the lefties, when it comes to immigration, the whole idea of it, they get the wrong end of the stick. They're just promoting people coming in mass who are not qualified, criminals, jihadis, all that shit. One of the good old days when immigration was controlled. There are good examples. Zia Zulfa, what his name's called. He's not original British, well, he's British born. Well-educated person. And even the chairperson of the Conservative Party, Amy, which she's absolutely bloody good, original from Africa. Those are the people you should promote. You have to earn your way in society, not scrounge your way in society and be a nuisance and putting yourself about. You have to do what, as I say, in other people's patches. That is totally wrong. That's why you got these problems. And that is why these individuals probably have brainwashed in their heads this narrative. And for these ethnic populations, especially victim of slavery, don't think you are free from it. You are underneath another type of slavery. There's leftist slavery. They're using you as pawns on the chessboard to fight their ideological battles. When you're no good for them, you get booted in the arse. And this diversity, equality, inclusion stuff is just a load of old crap. Does not work. The good old democracy, which everyone is treated as equal, has always worked. And there's no date back from the ancient Greeks. That's how Western society is based on. And other civilizations from the Mediterranean, the Romans, and so on, throughout the centuries. You think a bunch of people from arrives on the boat start lecturing us how civilization is? I think where they come from, the way they behave so far, their fellow countrymen, I think you're not in such position to lecture a person regarding this issue. And always you must have respect who hosts you, the country who hosts you. This is typical communists. They like to put themselves about. You know, they're against private property and free speech and all that stuff.